This entire military is one cohesive, dedicated force. And the threats to our nations, they don't sleep. They're watching our every move. Iran, Russia, China, North Korea, ISIS, Al-Qaeda. They may be watching this right now. Our military should not be mistaken for a cable news gabfest show. We don't care what you look like. We don't care who you voted for, who you worship, what you worship, who you love. It doesn't matter if your dad left you millions when he died or if you knew who your father was. We have been honed into a machine of lethal moving parts that you would be wise to avoid if you know what's good for you. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Welcome to the From Pain to Purpose radio show. I'm your host, Eva Fulton. In this show, we explore the incredible journeys of resilience, healing, and transformation. In each episode, we will sit down with individuals who have faced unimaginable struggles and turned their pain into power, heartbreak into hope, and their challenges into meaningful change and finding new purpose in life. Through candid conversations and inspiring stories, we will uncover how pain, whether emotional, physical, mental, or spiritual, can be the catalyst for profound growth and a deeper sense of purpose. So if you are looking for motivation, insight, and real stories of triumph over adversity, you're in the right place. Let's get started on this journey from pain to purpose. Let's give veterans a voice through Military Broadcast Talk. Hey, welcome everybody. I am so super excited for today's episode from Pain to Purpose radio show. I am your host, Eva Fulton. And today is Saturday, August 9th, year of our Lord, 2025. I'm going to give a shout out to Josh. He can't be here with us today. He said next week for sure he'll be back. And, enjoy your evening with your lovely wife, Josh. Super excited that you're a partner with me on this journey and learning to navigate all of the ins and outs of radio. And I've been watching. If y'all are not watching Josh's posts, he has been, he's got this new, I want to say new stick that he's doing, where he's posting like some memes about, what he's doing with his day. He was roasting a hot dog on, it's silly stuff, right? And that's the whole point of it, really. I think he even put a crayon on top of the hot dog too. So, no harm, no foul, Marines. We love you guys. So anyways, my people garden, you guys know I have a great people garden, really expands in lots of neat directions. And my couple guests that are joining us today, it's interesting how your circles kind of already blend sometimes and you don't even exactly know how. So I had seen one of Jason's posts, the husband. I saw one of his posts and then I saw his wife and I was like, okay, but I'm approving some of her posts in one of my Facebook groups that I have in North Texas. And I'm like, oh, I just knew I had to reach out and, really just kind of enjoy getting to know them, both. I go and look on people's pages and see what they're doing. So I'm going to read a little bit of intro for Jason first. So he retired in November 2023. And after 20 years, 5 months, and 29 days, he said, he joined when he was 30 years old and was trained as a generator mechanic and worked his way from being an E1 to a staff sergeant, E6, and then was commissioned in the Warrant Officer Corps and retired as a Chief Warrant Officer 3. So he deployed 6 times, twice to Iraq, twice to Qatar, once to Afghanistan, once to Korea, and plenty of other days away from home, I'm sure, for training. And I thought this was kind of funny. So this is the bio that, no, this was a post that I had gotten from Melissa. She had posted about this. While sometimes a big jerk, Jason really kicked ass during his career and made things happen. He was the go-to for every unit he's been assigned because his leadership knew he'd make things happen. More important, he had such a positive impact on the lives of so many people, soldiers, and some he still has contact with. I thought that was just how do I put it? Affectionately sarcastic, loving, because that's how some of us, that's the humor we have in our military circles. But I was also equally impressed with Melissa's information. So she was a Chief Warrant Officer too, and is very involved in the public service arena for women veterans in the state of Texas, and she does a lot out there in West Texas. Like I said before, she's belongs in some of the Facebook groups that I manage, and actually started the first one, North Texas Women Veterans, in 2016, and North Texas Veterans in 2018, and it has continued to grow. But she is a native of El Paso, enlisted in the Army in July 2002, basic training at Fort Jackson, AIT as a unit supply specialist at Fort Lee. We're going to go back to the original names, Fort Lee, Virginia. Her deployments include Operations Iraqi Freedom and Enduring Freedom. In 2009, she was commissioned as a warrant officer and worked as the property book accounting technician for the 184th Explosive Ordnance Disposal Battalion. So she has not only her bachelor's in supply chain, transportation, and logistics management from Bellevue University, but she's got her MBA from UTEP, that's University of Texas at El Paso, and she's a Six Sigma Yellow Belt certification and certified associate in project management, and plenty of awards herself. So anyways, super excited to bring them on, and here we go.
The interview of the week is brought to you by Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Hey!
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Well, hello.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. I'll start out how we started out earlier in the pre-show was, how hot is it out there in West Texas?
102 degrees, dry heat.
Dry heat.
It cooled down to 102 today. We've had 104, 105. But I think it's going to stay triple digits for the rest of the week. I'm not sure.
Oh, really? But is it so hot you can cook an egg on the street?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I actually want to try that now.
You could cook
No, I grew up in Texas, so there was always, it's so hot you can cook an egg on top of your, the hood of your car. I just was being silly, little icebreaker there.
Might try it out later.
Well, you cook a human being outside for sure.
Yeah, you can definitely cook yourself.
Yeah.
You bake it, little baked leathery skin. That's what it is. You get baked leathery skin.
Yeah.
Was it Dad and I were driving this morning, and we passed, they had horses that had the blankets on them. I mean, here was only 82 degrees, and I'm like, Dad, isn't that a little warm for the horses to have blankets on? He said, well, unless they have just, brushed the undercoat on so much off of it that they're getting sunburned. I
Oh,
just would not have thought that 82 could be something like that. So,
yeah.
anyways, y'all have quite, first of all, y'all are the first dual military warrant officers that I've ever met. I'm not sure, I'm sure that there are plenty out there, but you're the
Yeah.
first ones that I've ever met. So, glad to have you come into my people garden, if you will.
All right.
So, Jason, you retired almost 2 years ago. What does that look like for you?
It's been great for me. The transmission was pretty smooth for me, and I've enjoyed the time off. I mean, the freedom to go travel a little bit and do some fishing on the Texas coast, Mississippi, Louisiana. I'm
Yeah,
enjoying it. I'm enjoying every day Saturday.
except for whatever projects that she's given you to do, right?
No, I love projects. You don't give me enough.
Oh, I hear that, Melissa.
And now I'm taking notes.
So, but you had plenty of time to plan your transition. So, ha- you planned for a year before you retired, right?
I mean, actually, it's probably about 2 years out. And
Okay.
fortunately for me, my unit, we went to Korea, South Korea, and that during that mission, that whole year, I can do my medical. It was kind of good for me, and I can take care of everything I need to take care of. And when we got back, is when I was going to start retiring, which
Hmm.
was good for that because the unit was coming back from a mission. We weren't preparing to leave while I was retiring; they were just settling back in. So that
Right.
allowed me to kind of just fade away. And I had really good NCOs. My son first class really took care of me. And my command team, they let me go do what I needed to do. So,
Well, that's awesome.
yeah,
That's
I was
awesome.
fortunate. Yeah.
So, have you explored other travel opportunities? Do y'all travel? Y'all been able to do some of that stuff, or
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah?
Yeah, we've gone on 2 cruises. And we have another one coming up. It's a family one, but yeah, I mean, most of the time, I mean, he just travels with his friends. Because I'm still working, so
Right.
Well, you went
yeah,
to Turkey this year.
yeah. But I think she was talking about your retirement.
I mean, yeah, we still have our family vacations and stuff, but me, as far as traveling for me, it's more of me driving, east towards the south, the coast of Texas. I got friends in Biloxi, Mississippi, Louisiana. Yeah, I'll just take off for about a week and try to go do some fishing.
But do you do? I think I don't remember which post it was, but that I had reached out. But I think you do some stuff with nonprofits too, right?
Oh, I help out around here. Like we know all the veteran organizations here, and I tell them if you need anything done, I'm available. I got a truck, so sometimes I'll go pick up furniture for this one organization. No, somebody will donate a piece of furniture for a veteran in need,
Right.
and they'll give me an address. I'll go pick it up and take it over there. So,
Well,
but
that's
just
very
about it.
good. That's awesome.
Yeah. I like to be behind the scenes.
Well, I've seen you behind the scenes on some of Melissa's posts. So, Melissa, let's talk about some of your journey. So, I think you brought up some interesting points when we were talking before the show started. So, how did your transition go from
um,
military to civilian life?
I had a very hard time because I was determined to make it a career. I wanted to hit the 20 and had a goal of reaching at least Chief Warrant Officer 3, if not
Right.
4. And then we had a family emergency, and we were both in Afghanistan at the time. And so I took it upon myself to be the one to, I guess, take a, what do you call it, take a hit for the team.
Yeah.
To leave the military, but I was involuntarily separated. But when you get out due to family care plan as an officer, unfortunately, family care plan doesn't exist for officers. So my discharge was a substandard performance, and that's what they put on your DD 214. Doesn't matter how awesome your record is, that's just what you get because something out of your control happened, and you don't have anyone that you trust to take care of your children when you're a world away. So that was very hard mentally, very, very hard. And then I did not expect to have such a hard time finding a job. I still don't, my current employment, I mean, it still doesn't pay what I made in the Army, but I love it. But from when I got out to this job that I have now, it was 9 years. So really 9 years to find something that really was something that I love. And before that was jobs that were kind of typical for a woman to get, working at a daycare, being a substitute teacher. I even dabbled in Uber Eats and Uber, and then I forgot what else. And then once I got my degree, it was a little bit easier. But what really helped was finding a veterans group, and that was Team Red, White, and Blue, or Team RWB. And but that was like right before COVID, so we weren't meeting in person, but we were meeting virtually. And I'm still with them now, and I credit them a lot with my mental health. But yeah, mentally, I was not doing very well. I felt terrible because I wasn't contributing financially. I'm not made to be a stay-at-home parent. It's not for me. And I found myself feeling terrible because I couldn't handle my children. Or I think it was maybe a combination of that, of getting out unexpectedly and then having to deal with children who were just being kids, and then not feeling like a partner in the marriage because of financial, I felt like I was lacking. I really felt terrible. It was just really bad.
No, I can certainly empathize, but it sounds like on one hand he had the time to plan, and you had no time to plan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Your transition experiences were totally different.
Yeah.
And and your ability to show up and feel like you're equal partners in what you're putting forth to the relationship and what you're giving to the family sounds like it was part of the certainly a pain to purpose for you, because I see what you're doing in the community, and you're definitely have been trying to help others overcome some of the same situations that you've been going through. Is that fair?
Yeah, I do advocate for joining something. It doesn't even have to be a veterans group, just something you like, maybe try things and see what you like, and maybe, you never know who you meet.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Have you thought about writing and talking about your story more?
I'm a terrible writer, I think. There's a veteran who I really love. His name is Bill, and he's the Cold War warrior writer. That's what he calls himself. And so,
oh, really?
Yeah, and he's all about writing. And he's kind of tried to teach me, and we've kind of messed around here and there with like prompts. He'll give me prompts and stuff, but it's just not my thing. So I think I'd just rather talk about it if somebody asks, like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you need a radio show.
Yeah, maybe.
What was that look for, Nathan?
Not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea. All right, you got a cheerleader already.
Yeah.
Hey, it's I had so my friend Jose is the one that had invited me on, in December I think it was, and then I co-hosted for the longest on the Smile Show at 5:00 in the morning. I think it's what it was. It felt like it was so freaking early. But yeah, there's Jose. He's saying, I'm His show just ended 19 minutes ago. So Jose's my battle buddy here in the DC area, and we've done some live events together before. So Jose is really cool. You gotta connect with Jose. And I'm sure he would be happy to have you co-host with him too. Any of our, other people, I'm happy to, train as well. So I'm going to go ahead and go to a commercial, which is really just a song. Let's see what I want to do. You know what? Let's do Sacred Flowers. We'll be right back. This is Blue Mountain Tribe, and we'll be back in a little bit. Hi,
Hola.
I am back. I am your host, Eva Fulton, and I have the Harcrows with me today. Today is August 9th, and the Harcrows out of West Texas. Light and airy out there. So I don't know if you saw, but Jose, he responded back. He heard that, and he said, "Of course, I would co-host." So Jose is totally the best. He's just he has a lot of his people garden probably about as big as mine is. No kidding. He was a sergeant major. It was pretty cool a couple of weeks ago. And this is something y'all ought to try to go to next year is an event called Common Ground. And so I'll be hosting the Women Veterans program, but there's also the Veterans program. So it's kind of a separate co-ed kind of class. But we're going to be working on getting some guest speakers that'll come. But it's like an adult camp for a week. So you have to find some babysitters, let the kids go to the grandparents' house or something. But anyways, we get to do music stuff. I learned how to play the guitar that week, and a songwriting class. But they have all kinds of other different classes that you can do. You can go golfing. That was two classes in the morning because golfing, is you don't just do it for an hour, right? You need time to do it, and then you play a round of golf on Friday. But anyways, they have lots of different things to do. A lot of them, it's stained glass and making bonsai trees and all kinds of stuff. So, anyways,
Sounds cool.
I'm just sowing a seed with you guys. You would probably have a lot of fun. How old are your kids though?
Ooh, 20 and 13.
20 and 13. So the 20-year-old is good, but the 13-year-old, they have a youth version of it as well. So you could actually bring your kid too.
Where is it?
Nice.
Huh? It's in Maryland.
Maryland? Okay. Maryland.
Yeah.
Maryland.
One of us is freezing. Is your internet good, or is it my internet?
We hear you just fine.
Okay, yeah, you all are breaking up.
It's us. Let's see. Yeah, we see you good.
Yeah, we don't hear any issues over here.
It's kind of glitchy. Well, I don't know. So we'll keep going, but y'all are frozen on your screen right now, and I can see myself move. So,
Okay.
did you hit refresh maybe? Or you can leave out and come back in?
Yeah. Okay, we'll do that.
Sometimes this happens. It's okay.
Let's see.
So they're going to refresh. Sometimes this happens. Going to refresh and bring them back. Let's see.
Oh, really? Hello.
A little bit. Nope, still glitchy.
Uh-oh.
Try again.
Hola.
I'm gonna freeze like that.
I'm like, here, let's leave.
We'll be all right. So in the meantime, I hope everybody's doing okay. Um, the other day we had Purple Heart Day. So shout out to all of the Purple Heart recipients. And I've been watching also lots of great progress with the Desert Storm Memorial happening, being built in the DC area. So that'll be exciting next year to hopefully, do something with them on a day, and maybe do a live out there. So I'm kind of sowing some seeds of where I would like to do some live events. Oh, much better.
Yay.
Still a little glitchy, but I will see what we can keep going through it.
Okay, no problem. We think it might be the heat outside.
Okay. Y'all froze again, but it's a good picture.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
I can barely hear you. Yeah.
Let's see. Hola.
Oh, darn.
Let's refresh once more.
One more time.
Yeah, they're refreshing one more time. But it had a great interview with Robert Hess last week. He is with Rally for Vets, and I'm going to get to go racing in October at the summit on the Rally for Vets race. I don't know if you saw that, but I'm looking forward to racing, getting behind the wheel. Can you imagine?
Sounds fun.
Sounds cool.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'll do it.
I'll watch.
My house back in Texas is, 8 miles stones as the crow flies from Texas Motor Speedway.
Yeah.
And I grew up around my dad, who did lots of 4-wheel drive racing in a Jeep. So that was pretty cool.
That sounds cool.
Yeah. So let's, yeah, Melissa, y'all are still kind of frozen.
Yeah. That's odd. I mean, on our side, we can see ourselves and we can see you and hear you pretty good.
Are you using your phone or a laptop?
Laptop.
Laptop. Do you have any other windows open on it?
Let's see.
I wonder if you close out any other windows, will that help?
Let's see. How about now?
It's getting there. And I've closed out all of my other stuff. I've only got Word open.
Yeah, everything looks pretty good on this end. I don't see any issues. Let me yell at it.
Sometimes this happens. This is, I think Jose had posted in our internal group page that he had some glitchy issues too. So maybe it's something that StreamYard is having. But I've got all of my other external stuff closed out. Everything else is open.
Just a meteor shower. Meteor shower is coming.
Y'all are getting a little bit smoother. There we go. Something looks like it's getting a little bit better. So Melissa, what has been So I know you had some of those challenges, and uh, if is there a recommendation that you can think of how uh, what did you try to do to overcome that? I think you had said something that you tried to appeal your discharge.
Yes, I tried to change that narrative and the code that's on the DD 214, and it was rejected because there just simply isn't a discharge code for family care plan or parenthood related discharges for officers. So it was a moot point. So really, it's going to take a change by Congress. Congress has to make that
Okay,
change.
so hold on. I'm going to catch people up because I know for me, I'm hearing you still. It sounds very groovy, but maybe it's just I don't know that it's anything on my side. But what she said, folks, was that she tried to appeal the discharge and get that code changed, but there wasn't a different code to. And basically, what it would require would be a public administration or policy change that would help. Not a Yeah, I think there's something going on with StreamYard. I don't think it's us necessarily. So, anyways, that uh, getting these things changed for officers is far different than some of the processes that have been put in place for enlisted folks. But that didn't doesn't mean that you're any less susceptible to having those problems. Because I could only imagine if you were a single parent going through all of these kinds of things. You didn't have Jason's support and being in a marriage to support you financially and everything else. That you would be in a far different. You would have been in a far different situation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think I would have been either at risk for homelessness or be homeless with my kids.
You
Because,
were scared about being homeless.
yeah.
Yeah, and so that's definitely something. I think that we just have to try and figure out other avenues to be able to communicate what those kinds of challenges look like for any of us, right? And have some things that are consistent that doesn't hold, because it's not a performance issue, uh, for having no family care plan. That to me just sounds ludicrous. And how many people do we lose out of the military for those kinds of things that you know it doesn't make sense, and that puts such a mark on your ability to be stable in the civilian side when you've converted over. Let's see. I know somebody. I know we're still having some issues. Are y'all saying anything or moving? Because y'all look frozen again.
No, we're not saying anything.
Okay. So what has been probably one of the best things that you've done to help you move through and past that challenge?
Well, connecting with Team Red, White, and Blue, I think that helped. Um, and from there, I ended up getting involved in a lot of other veteran initiatives and groups and committees. And I think that helped feeling like having a sense of purpose, being involved in helping to close gaps in services within the area.
Okay. So it for those of y'all, if y'all didn't hear what she said, she part of it was that she went through her education, but she also got involved in the community, different organizations, and really kind of finding her tribe and just being engaged that way. To me, it sounds like a lot of what I've tried to do, because I clearly understood an idle mind as a devil's playground. And, that's why I've leaned so much in my education. But you've got a family that you have support for, and with a very supportive husband. And wow, hats off to you, Jason, for being her champion and cheerleader, because a lot of us don't have that.
Oh, that was easy to do.
I didn't hear what you said. I'm sorry.
We're trying to fix it now, if you can hear me.
No, it's very glitchy. No. Well, unfortunately, this is where I think I'm just going to probably try, is just the technology side of things, cut the call short, because I know we're having a hard time hearing each other. And Melissa, I'd love to have you on separately. Nothing against you, Jason, but
No problem.
but I think that Melissa and I have a lot of alignment that we can, work on. And, I don't, I'm a firm believer that, there are divine appointments. And just even the conversation we were having before the show, that, getting some of Melissa's input, probably even on my dissertation, is going to be pretty critical on how we can help, help female combat veterans, in the future. So,
yeah, absolutely.
So I'm gonna go ahead and close the show early, guys. I'm so sorry. I can't control the, unfortunately, I can't control what the technology does. So, y'all have a very blessed evening, okay? And thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Y'all have a great week.
All right, you too.
You too.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.